or whatever, you know. And but he always called me, and I really loved that. I felt really special that he rang me at the start of the week and gave me some dates that he got. But he was such a great understanding musician that he knew that if I had other work in the book, I had to honour that work. You know. So don't worry, if you're not available, I'll get so and so to do it. Well, I was always the number one call, and I felt really good by that. And he liked me, and I really liked him. and I thought, I'm learning so much from being in this band, and there's so many great players in the band. And I felt like the weakest link, and my God, did I learn from it, you know. I learned so much by watching and listening. We had no charts, nothing.
I know you didn't.
Sent me a cassette. Oh, I think we're going to do these. It'll be an open arrangement. Just keep an eye on me. And that's what you did. Like Johnny last night, you know. It's like an open-ended
sometimes
thing.
you cannot put a thing.
You're looking, and you know he's going to go to the next section.
Yeah.
Bang, you're in.
Yeah.
That's proper music. That's an artist that he doesn't want it scripted. He doesn't want it written out. It's a proper gig. And it was so intense, the atmosphere of watching and listening. I had two Hammond speakers, Leslie speakers, whizzing around either side of me, and Georgie was playing B3 Hammond.
Yeah.
And just keeping an eye on him. When he wanted to do triplets, he went ba 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 ba
Yep.
ba 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 ba. You know, it's just like it was all communication. It was amazing, and we felt like we could conquer the world. We were so connected, and that probably out of all my working artists over the years, Georgie Fane, Mick Abrahams, Jethro Tull, who died a few weeks ago.
Of course, it's Georgie Fane. Yeah.
Those two guys were fun in a different way. Van Morrison was Van Morrison, but a very different story with that. But Georgie, you felt like you were in a band. And he got shitty with me.
Oh, at what occasion?
When he was drunk.
Yeah.
Actually. And I fell out with him one night. I felt like shit. I thought that's the gig gone. That's me. I'm done. He's never going to book me again. And then he apologised the following day. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry about that. I was a bit out of it." And once he apologised, I
Too much red wine.
just like, oh, thank God for that. But I really liked him and I respected him as a musician. Probably one of the top jazz musicians in the UK. And still respected worldwide, you know.
Yeah. He is.
Big friends, Paul McCartney, John Lennon. They all grew up together, you know. How can you disrespect somebody in that circle? Amazing singer and player. Probably one of the best Hammond organ players we've ever produced in the UK, Georgie Fane. Amazing Hammond player. I did a gig once, just me and him, and it was 3 hours long, and it was the hardest gig I've ever done in my life. Drums and Hammond, and him on bass pedals.
Yeah, sure.
And we were just like, because we were working in a situation where the generator had failed on this outside venue, and he stood the rest of the band down, so the only thing that was in tune was the Hammond organ and the drums. So he said, right, it's going to be me and you. And we did the whole night, just me and him.
We can do a gig together, Moose.
Hammond organ and drums. It was just like brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Georgie, he's got a soft spot in my heart. And he was always fair to me. He always paid me my expenses. He paid us as much money as was available, which was pretty good. And
He was a good guy.
whenever we were out for overnight anywhere, he always paid for dinner. He always treated the band. He knew what it was like to be a struggling musician. So, yeah, highest respect. Yeah, what a great guy. Great guy.